If you encountered an envelope on the street that says "Don't open," what would you do?
And you can
See ghosts in your room?
Someone opened that box to 2000.
That was the Millennium Bug. He's fine.
Wow.
I think he was named David.
So our era horror. Bless you.
Thanks.
Hey, podcast kittens, it's Kathy Cat
And it's Lady Beard coming at you with another teeth-chattering episode of Cat with Beard. Yet again, we're going to talk about horror.
It's another horror episode.
I'm so scared, man. I'm so scared.
On special request of our very own Shiori, there's another horror episode.
Shiori, why do you torture us with this horror malarkey?
It was not just Shiori, it was also some fans who talked about this.
Fans, why do you torture us with this horror malarkey?
I mean, it's summer, it's horror season, that's why.
If you don't know why it's horror season in summer, then you need to look back at the last horror episode.
In my country, summertime is go to the beach and throw a ball season. What are we doing terrifying ourselves
Instead
here?
of hot girl summer, it's cold in the grave girl summer.
Bro, just let me go to the beach and paddle.
So
much nicer.
Today's topic is different from the last one because we're going to go about the new phase of fear. How people in Japan enjoy horror today.
This actually is interesting
I
because
found it
it's
interesting.
evolving the
Horror genre.
Yeah, the horror genre. It's evolving and it's quite interesting actually.
It is. Yeah, I was very interested and I think you will be too. So horror has always been woven into Japanese life from ghost stories by candlelight to haunted summer attractions.
And just quickly, we've done a good 2 or 3 episodes on Japanese horror already, so you can go back and listen to those episodes. We are giving you the right here, right now. This is where the genre is at this moment in time. It has evolved, ladies and gentlemen. Will continue to evolve in the future.
In unexpected interactive ways.
It's very interesting what they've done, actually. It's interesting how, I guess, with all genres, what happened before gets old. So there'll be a new trend, and that's scary for a while, but then everyone gets over it. And now you need something new to happen that adapts to the times and the zeitgeist, which will be scary.
Zeitgeist.
So from 2channel to TikTok, digital horror never dies. 2channel started all into the 2000s with anonymous message boards. There were anonymous message boards. There were creepy real-time storytellings such as...
So let's pick up some of the stories. One is Kisaragi Station.
Yep, girl stuck on a non-existent train station.
Red Room Curse.
A website pop-up that leads to death. That just sounds like you clicked a phishing email or something.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Probably off your PC for sure.
Right, 100%, eh?
Kotori Bako.
A cursed box made to kill specific bloodlines. Opening it spreads a deadly curse, especially to children.
Did someone open that box to 2000?
That was the Millennium Bug.
No, the 2020, I mean. Sorry.
Oh, right.
The Millennium Bug. Yes, someone opened that box there. Yeah, sounds a bit like 2020. Sorry. Next one is a resort baito.
Baito or arubaito means part-time job, casual job. So resort baito, a student's resort part-time job. So working in like a hotel over the summer season. That turns into a cursed nightmare with vanishing co-workers and an ancient curse.
Sounds actually kind of fun. Next one is the Otsukare-sama thread.
Readers who view the image and follow the instructions will be cursed.
But that one is actually really mean. You see an image and they say, oh, you're cursed now because you looked at the image. So you need to do these other things. Go like there, do this, move this and so on. And say something in the mirror in order to get rid of the curse. But actually by you doing all of these things, you are actually doing the ritual to get yourself cursed.
Yeah,
so
that
it's like a
was the
double...
What you got told was fixing the curse. That process cursed you. So that's some subversive nonsense, isn't it?
It's just like,
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
That has the actual spirit horror and the Machiavellian human horror in it as well, doesn't
a
it?
lot of that. Also, it kind of created an atmosphere. All these stories, because they're so close to nowadays stuff, like created an atmosphere of this might be fake, but what if it's not?
What if it's not, man?
I just saw that picture. Doshio. So that kind of horror has now been actually taken out of just the online forums and it's been adapted into movies, YouTube horror narration channels, VTuber creepypasta readings, TikTok horror filters, and short reenactments.
Shiori always terrifies me with some new horror. She'll be like, hey, look at this. And I'll be watching intently and then it's, some awful horror thing and she gets me with it. And I'm like,
That sounds like a good time for Shiori.
no sleep for me for the next week.
Oh, mentioning no sleep, Exit 8, the game that was kind of eerie. Since we had movie adaptation, apparently got a movie. So that's going to come out soon. I'm excited about that.
That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah, it has that kind of eeriness of like, you're in the same hallway, it looks the same, but something's different, something's off.
Also, it actually really does look like Shinjuku, doesn't it? It looks like that maze of tunnels underneath Shinjuku.
Just any kind of Japanese Tokyo station, I think, here in Tokyo. So... There is now the rise of mockumentary horror. So not documentary, but mockumentary horror.
This is really interesting. So you're not watching a story, you're watching evidence, as it were. So there's been some kind of spiritual occurrence. And what you're watching, you'll start off like a normal show.
Documentary or like a variety show,
and then you'll see things unfold in that kind of documentary kind of way. And it's actually, Shiori showed us one before we started.
We did. So that one was terrifying. So it was like, it looked like a variety TV show where the goal was to look at old VHS tapes of another show that was, again, older. And they looked at old tapes and then they commented on it. And then the Japanese, it's very Japanese. So first of all, there's the VHS tape. Then there's a group of people commenting on the VHS tape in the old studio. And then there's a group of commenting on that commentation and the VHS in the modern day studio.
Yeah. If you haven't watched much Japanese TV, this is what a lot of it looks like. They'll play something and then everyone at the studio goes, and discusses it. And while they play the VTR, there's always a little box showing the faces
left and right with the faces so
of
you
the
see
host,
their reactions.
and you see them watching the VTR, see their reactions.
You pretty much watch people watching what you're watching.
Just on a bit of a tangent, Shiori, do you have any insights as to why Japanese TV format has that? Is that because people want a cue on how they should react to watching things?
It's more of like sharing experience.
Okay.
Watching it together.
All right, that makes some sense then. Okay, fair enough.
So in this case, it would be very eerie. VHS type. Blah 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 blah. VHS type disjointed visual glitches. They're already in my language right now, apparently. So, but they also appeared in those videos, and the tone grows increasingly unnerving. And people didn't know that it was going to be a horror show.
Yeah, so they played it on air at 1 a.m. or something. People just sitting back going, "This will be a fun Japanese variety show about watching old variety show videos." And then, can you imagine if you're watching it in real time? It was getting weirder and weirder and weirder. You would have sitting there going, hey, what is this? What's happening here?
A hint was actually in the title because the title is Terebi Housou Kaishi 69年. このテープ持ってないですか? So pretty much saying like this program has been running for 69 years. Do you have this VHS tape? But there was the very first show. So why is there an episode number 69? So that was a little bit of a hint in there. It aired at after 12 or after midnight in Ghost Hour. That's when it aired. So yeah, the program never existed. It's entirely scripted and yet meticulously disguised as an authentic broadcast footage. Smart.
It's a great concept, isn't it?
Smart.
It's a really great concept.
I would have loved to be a fly on a wall to just see a human person's reaction who thought there was going to be a VHS show and then slowly realized this is horror. What is it? What is it not? Because you're watching it at 1 a.m. and you're not quite sure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like The
You're
Ring.
half asleep. You're kind of watching it while you fall asleep. You're sitting there going, what is this? I thought it was going to be a funny time.
And it must be so eerie because you were not warned about it.
It's kind of like back in the day when they originally released the original radio broadcast of War of the Worlds.
And people thought it was real.
They thought the Earth was
they
under
aimed
attack.
to make it real. I think there's still, was a radio broadcast, but it was just people weren't quite used to it. But so why does this setup matter? It uses nostalgia and the found footage to kind of hook the viewers. And then it builds suspense slowly through the glitches and distorted dialogue. So it gets weirder and weirder. And after a while, you're wondering, like, am I being weird or is this show being weird?
Yeah, and it exploits your own memory, like the memory of the viewer, because you're watching the whole thing saying, this is so nostalgic. I remember when TV looks like this. but also kind of the memory of media itself, like the show about the show. You know what I mean?
And it evokes fear, like something being off. Like you realize something's off. Like, is this just in the show or in the show of the show? Or is something off just on my TV? Like, you don't even know anymore. What's reality?
Happened. Yeah. Which would make you start saying, do I have a ghost? Do I have a ghost messing with my TV?
Something going on here. And even spawned discussions on how fans altered or created in-universe wiki entries and threads. Similar programs, in case you want to Google them, are Hoso Kinshi, so forbidden to air, Occult Bangumi Fu, Occult Bangumi Fu on YouTube, Zozozo. And Jikobuken Tambo. Jikobuken are the haunted houses where an accident has happened before.
You just nailed all that kanji reading, by the way. That was very impressive.
Hey. All right, but what they have in common is that all of them look a little bit low budget.
Retro.
Like a very retro realistic sound and visuals, though. But then slowly it escalates.
Yeah, tell you what, that's the way the Japanese are good at doing horror, isn't it? It's just... everything's fine, and gradually it's increasingly unfine, and then by the time you know that you're really in trouble, it's way too late. Things have been normal for too long.
The slow unfolding. Actually, that reminds me, Shiori did show us another thing before we did this podcast, and it was literally the footage of a woman that disappeared in 4 minutes was like the title. And it was called like Minus Basement.
Oh, so scary.
And you just see the internal camera footage for an elevator.
Security camera footage of an elevator. Oh,
and it's just like a normal elevator. And then, lights turn on because sometimes the lights turn off in the elevators. When it stands for too long, it goes up. It picks her up. She wants to go to the first floor and then just keeps going. And going and going, and you see all the floors going past, and there's like the sign of like which floor she's on keeps glitching and keeps going and going. It just goes down and down and down. At first she doesn't notice it, then she realizes it, then she starts panicking, and she first picks up her phone, she looks at the camera, she says something towards the camera, and then suddenly the glitches start happening.
Yeah, it's so the footage starts glitching, and you see the elevator opening at other floors with various people kind of coming in,
but then also
out.
not. And then it's like a little child, but you never see the child. It looks like the child stands next to her, but then it's not next to her, and it just keeps going and God, it was terrifying.
We have ruined this for anyone who plans to watch it, but we won't tell you the end.
Yeah, it's terrifying, absolutely terrifying. But it is like really the fear of everyday things becoming uncanny suddenly.
Really, and also it makes it kind of double terrifying is the fact that Japan is so safe to be in. Like, there's not street crime in the way that there is in other countries in Japan. So therefore, everyday things getting some kind of spirit or getting possessed or something, and now suddenly just like the elevator is now your enemy. It's almost more scary because it's in Japan. Do you know what I mean?
It's like familiar things are betraying you. I'm not sure if it's more scary. I find it generally just scary, but I think it's the ambiguity is allowed to linger. Like, ghosts don't have to be there to show you. There doesn't have to be zombies that come and eat someone. Sometimes it's just the what just happened. That kind of like displacement. So yeah. There is a cultural tolerance for ambiguity in Japan, so no need to explain the ghost. Some things are not quite explained. You don't quite get that many explanations in the ring. You thought there was an explanation, but there wasn't.
And it leaves it up to your imagination to fill in the gaps and terrify yourself in whichever way you see fit. Oh man, I hate the terror. Just leave me alone.
But also that kind of low-budget VHS tape is in itself a little bit eerie and creepy now if you look back at it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, we're so used to super high def now. And whatever,
so clear
200 billion Gs and PPs and whatever we have now. The quality of an image is now better than a real-life person sitting in front of you now. So then you go back to these old VHS-style dodgy images.
Depends on like how bad your eyesight is, I guess, but yes. The quality
I'm trying to make a point,
person.
Kathy Cat. Thanks for your support, co-host. Unbelievable. So so that adds to the terror too.
So there's also a lot of IRL horror experiences you can get in Japan, from the haunted houses to the horror rituals. I'm actually very scared of scary stories, but ironically, I love Japanese haunted houses.
Wow, can you explain your love of the Japanese haunted house to me, please?
I think like horror stories and all of that, they really creep me out. They make me feel very uncomfortable. But with a horror house, I know that this is like, I paid entrance for it. There are actors in it. And I can get scared. I can like scream and let it all out. It's like a really relieving experience. But by the moment, like I am terrified, but by the moment I get out of it, boom, I feel good. It's like fantastic.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it's being scared in a safe environment is probably what I like it.
Okay. I hate the story. Sorry.
Wouldn't do that at home. Like I wouldn't play a horror video game in the middle of the night because I wouldn't feel safe. I feel safer in that public place where I just went to horror place. So.
I find the stories terrifying, and I find the in real life experiences terrifying. The in real life one, now because it's actors and whatnot who come at you being zombies or
It's
whatever.
fantastic.
Dude, from my perspective, man, that puts me in like a fight or flight type mentality. They'll do their thing at you. I just put my guard up and I'm ready to go. Like, really? But of course, the actors don't want to get kicked. So they get very upset if you have this reaction inside the haunted house.
You're not allowed to touch or any way damage the actor.
That's a quick way to get sued is what that is.
Quick way to get kicked out of that ghost house.
I mean, I've only been through one in Japan, and I said, I think I better steer clear of those. The very first thing that happened was, I'll tell you the details. It was in Fuji-Q Highland, and it was
we're
the
going to talk about that one in a moment.
haunted hospital, right? We had to queue for 2 hours or something to get in the blistering heat. We finally get in. The door closes behind us. The first thing that happens is a guy comes from behind you going, "Wah!" And he had like a coat hanger or something. Comes in with a coat hanger. I turn around and from my perspective, a man is attacking me.
Oh,
so
no.
I go, jump back and I kick at him, right? And of course, he's an actor. So he stops short. He's running at me. He stops short. He goes, kick, no. He goes, go. You go.
You
and I
got
was
shouted
like,
at by a ghost.
Oh my goodness. What the? This whole thing. It took me so much longer than a normal person to go through because I was so cautious. They give you a little flashlight. And around every corner, I'm going,
SWAT.
like I'm in the SWAT team. I had to clear every area. But I was going so slowly that like the group behind me just kind of started leisurely walking past me. And I was like, do you not realize what's happening here?
We're fighting for
People
our
are
lives.
like, yeah, of course, but then they'll scare you with things like you'll be walking along and someone underneath you will go, gush, 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 and bash some grate that you're walking on. You're like, ah! People pop out of the ceiling and whatnot. Oh my goodness. And then,
Sounds like a good time.
oh,
That sounds like a great time to
Just-
me. That seriously sounds like a great time.
yo, hey, oi, seriously, martial artists, take care if you do these
don't-
experiences. Because
Yeah,
your
yeah.
instincts
Stop
will,
your instincts.
Your instincts will tell you you're in physical danger. And you've spent all these years training for what to do when someone comes at you with physical attacks.
I think you're banned
Your
from...
instincts will betray you in this situation. Well, they won't betray you
You're
at all.
banned from ghost houses.
Your instincts are perfect. Just stay out of these Japanese ghost houses.
Yeah, you're banned from ghost houses. Anyway, you're banned for ghost houses. There are over 500 haunted experiences in Japan nationwide, and a lot of them have evolved beyond the jump scares. So Fuji-Q Highland, that's the famous one that Lady Beard went to, and I had the pleasure to go to too. Unfortunately, I couldn't finish it. There is areas where you have to
couldn't finish it?
I couldn't finish it. The influencer that was with me, she was too scared. She couldn't deal with the second room.
Oh, really?
We had to leave. There's retirement places. They call it retire, so you can like leave early
Why
if
didn't
you
you go
can't
by
deal with
yourself?
it. I would have loved to, but it was during a sponsored feature event. So Fuji-Q was actually trying to promote something else at the time. So the haunted maze was just a plus alpha, and I was excited to finally go through it, the longest haunted maze in Japan. But unfortunately, alas, I had to leave together with her. But I tried again to come back another time, but it was during summer when there was a huge line, and they shortened it. So it was just a short experience. You didn't even get the flashlight or anything like that. So it was kind of just like a 15-minute thing, and they ushered you out because there were too many people waiting. So I still haven't had that wonderful 1 hour experience that you're supposedly supposed to get if you go to the haunted house at
15
Fuji-Q.
minutes is
Highland.
plenty of time to be slaughtered.
It was, yeah, but wasn't really that scary. But there's a couple of pop-up events with horror. There's also new things. So there's like drive-in horror experiences that started
This is
during
interesting.
COVID.
Tell us about this. This is interesting.
So apparently it's like audio horror and actors that are outside of your car. So you drive there in your car. So you obviously keep your own germs in that car, but then actors will come and jump up at the car.
Bang on the windows and things?
Yeah.
Dude, again, I would be terrified. I'd be like, oh, it is on.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to carjack me. I would be like, all right.
Well, you go in there to be scared.
Get down. I'd be
Go in there to be scared.
Where's my bat?
There's also GPS-based urban ghost hunts via AR apps.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's like Pokemon Go, just creepy.
Oh, it's amazing, man.
But it's actually one I would like to add to this list here. There are some experiences where it combines VR with acting. So that was at Tokyo Dome a while ago, and you get like a VR, you get like a little bed, you get a VR headset, and you get told the story. That one isn't there anymore, so I can tell you the story. The story is it's a girl that has to stay. She got some sort of curse, and in order to get rid of the curse, she has to stay in this room and not speak until the morning. So she will and you will see what she's seeing through those VR glasses, and you have to be quiet till the morning, otherwise, you don't
have to be. She has to be. You can make as much
well,
noise
you
as you
also
like.
have to be, because you're in that same scenario. So then you see all kinds of creepy stuff in that room happening, and you obviously, when you tilt your head, you see what's left, right, and everywhere. You hear it because there's also very good headphones that give you all the sounds of the creepy stuff that's happening in the room. And in the end, there's like a scary ending to that. But then you think it's over because you're like, okay, thank you so much. Please take off your glasses, so and so. And suddenly the light in the room changes and creepy stuff come coming into you then in real life after you just saw that. It was terrifying. It was amazingly terrifying.
That is awful. I don't want to do it, but it does sound like a remarkable piece of entertainment.
It was a fantastic entertainment.
It sounds like genius entertainment.
I'm not sure if they still have that at the Sega one that's at Odaiba, but they used to have one that literally purely worked with audio.
Right.
It was an audio one. So you would sit in a room, the room would get darkened, there would be a talisman in the middle of the room, and you'd hear a creepy lady cut your hair. So very high class headphones, and you could hear the snipping of when she tries to snip the hair, but she talks to you at the same time. Absolutely terrifying. Again, you don't have to walk far. There don't have to be people in the room. All of that, it worked perfectly. I'm not going to take too much of the story away in case it exists.
It's like an R.L. Stein Goosebumps story, but it's happening in real life.
There's a lot of these very creative ideas. There's also phone horror. And there's also themes that include cursed manga, haunted schools, death loop scenarios, escape rooms, all of that.
Escape rooms?
Escape rooms.
Escape rooms.
Escape rooms.
I see.
Yes.
Bro, phone horror. They have a freaking app now where you use the camera in your phone and you can see ghosts in your room? What kind of sane human being says to themselves, this'll be a joyous time. I'll just terrify myself with all the spirits all around me.
You'll never feel safe in your room ever again.
Oh.
Yeah. So there are now new horror creators defining the genre, and we're going to look at a couple of those, okay? You ready for it?
No.
Okay. Well, we still got to do it anyways. All right. First of all, Uketsu. That's a horror author who's always masked, is a YouTuber and a novelist. He went viral with Weird Houses as a series that actually became adapted into a book, a stage event, and is even now a film.
Okay, good for him. That's excellent. Him, them, her. It's good for them.
Yeah, plans to build a theme park haunted house are also been made. Because obviously Weird Houses.
Terrifying, man.
And apparently his work feels like Reddit threads come to life.
I can't even use Reddit. I don't
real
understand
world
that
tie-ins.
app. I don't understand Reddit.
It's like Lee-chan.
But I click on it and I just can't follow along with anything. I don't know where the comments are. I'm like, what's going on
Double
here?
horror for Reddit for Ladybeard. Off Reddit for Ladybeard.
Well, I could not get any horror because I would not be able to follow what's going on. I'd just be like, hey, get a better user interface, Reddit, and then try to scare me.
Well, actually, he's a master of immersed text-based and IRL horror, so maybe, that's part of the experience of giving you horror, of not being able to use that program.
Just leave me alone.
Next one is Nashi and Sesuji.
Okay.
So these horror writers are known for serialized stories, podcasts, and some short films as well.
Yeah.
They focus on supernatural phenomena lurking in everyday life and in modern folklore.
No, man, leave me alone with your supernatural phenomena.
They're known for stories that are eerily close to reality, that uncanny valley. They're low-key but deeply unsettling. It feels deeply local and contemporary.
Deeply local?
Yeah, like something that could just happen.
Oh,
So they
bro.
collaborate on cross-media projects. They use print and video, pop-up, museum events, all of that. And to make the readers feel this could happen to you, they reference actual folklore or academic sources. So it makes it feel more real.
Academic
And they
sources.
actually create real social media accounts for the in-story characters. So you can find that in case you feel like you want to look this up, you can find this. So their work kind of blurs fiction and reality, grounding horror in the world the audience already lives in.
Bro, that is horrifying. Like, it's genius
Genius.
and just awful.
Yes.
Gosh.
And then there's Kurumu Akumu. That's the creator of ritual-style horror stories and events. So he also created a horror film where the audience becomes part of the story. So they get red envelopes. There's like fake funerals. There's like flyers, and participation is, it's petition-based events.
What do you mean? As in, whilst you're watching the film, there's a live funeral happening in front of you?
It's not all happening at the same time. These are just some of the events lined up,
But hang on.
listed.
But I don't understand. Like, I can see they give you a red envelope. I can see.
So, for example, what if you find like you go to the here, there's a great event, you get a red envelope that says "Do not open."
Okay. But hang on, we're sitting in a movie theater, right?
No, it doesn't have to be a movie theater. It
We're
can
not
just be
sitting
a
in a
location. It can just be maybe a congress. You go to this congress and everyone has a red envelope on the table.
Okay.
And it says "Do not open." But
All
what
right.
do you do? Do you open it?
Hell
Does someone
no.
open it? Maybe the staff goes, "Please open the envelopes."
I'll be like, it says not to, and I trust you less than I trust the ability of the spirits to ruin my face.
Yeah, so there's like events like that. Not saying that was an actual event that happened, but it kind of uses real things that could happen to make you feel eerie. So it's like events, apparently. And did I get that right?
Another thing they did is like on the social media they put up like アルバイト募集の flyer.
What's that?
It's like we are recruiting this person for like arubaito, like part-time
Part-time
job.
job.
Part-time job.
Okay.
Yeah, so like in interface, like the surface and everything, the piece of paper, like it looks like just like a arubaito,
Like a job.
job hunting, job hunting kind of flyer. And then there's like a QR code for the application form, and you can actually scan the QR code to apply for a job. And then as you go, then there will be like so you need to put down like your emails and things like that. And then at the end of the for the application form, there's like a small like exam that you need to pass to get the job. And then if you go to that exam, it's actually a bunch of like photos that you need to look at. And then there's one just single text that's saying, "Please spot where it smells." Funny.
What?
Spot where it smells?
Smells funny.
Spot.
Oh, it smells funny?
Where it smells
on the picture?
On the picture.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of like spots like A, B, C, D, E. And then you need to pick one of them. Mm-hmm. And then that keeps going for like 5 or 6 posts.
Okay.
So, yeah. So like when I think I need to explain a bit more. The Japanese language smell is not only for the physical smell, like smelly, but also something is off.
Like something smells fishy.
Yeah, something smells fishy.
Okay.
So please spot where something's
Where something
eerie.
seems a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit off. So you
wow.
need to find something is off about in the photo.
Okay.
And you have to try like 5 or 6 photos, and then the photos getting really like little by little photos getting really creepy. Like it's one of them is just like photos of like a bunch of group people, and then some of the faces are distorted or something like that.
Oh, no.
And then you don't know what's going on, but you do it anyways. And then at the end, they don't tell you the result, but there's like a button to share your result post.
Oh, wow.
And then if you press that, and then they will go automatically to your social media. And then there's like a template. And then I earned this amount of money for doing this. I don't want to spoil the actual result,
no.
but then you right now. So now you are involved in some kind of ritual thing without realizing it.
Oh, you got tricked.
Have you done that?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I know.
of course you have.
Actually, I think you should kind of spoil to us what that is now because we're not going to do it. So
Yeah, well, I'm not definitely doing. Hey, if you don't want this spoiled, don't listen
don't listen to
to the next couple of
2
minutes, I guess.
But there will be other things as well.
No,
like
spoilers to it. I earn how much money for
spoilers.
what?
For like, because to store the
what?
photos, it'd be like for smashing a man's face with a shovel or something.
For
right?
what?
it's just like another way of お疲れ様です.
So they kind of curse you at the end.
Yeah, and then you will spread the curse by sharing your result.
So it's like the ring again.
It's very smart. It's brilliant. It's brilliant use of real life in this horror construction.
The gradual build-up is horrible.
It's genius. And to keep it the hell away from me. Oh.
So why are these new horror films so popular?
Well, because they're so freaking good, I guess. But people like Shiori who are into this malarkey, then yeah, it would be wonderful, wouldn't it? You'd be like, oh, this is so great. The integration into my real life.
Yeah, the connection to reality, I guess, is definitely, but also like it's lots of them are now a collective experience because like those events are a collective experience, or this thing you went through, you post it on your social media, maybe someone else has posted it and then people can like talk about it. So it becomes some kind of social thing. Because if you think about it, going back to the last horror episode we did, it used to be a communal thing. You know, you'd read scary stories and blow out candles, that kind of stuff. So it's a group thing. It brings it back to making a group thing. Also, apparently, the haunted houses are also a great collective experience. People like to go on dates for.
Go on dates?
I think that's a very bad idea.
I guess if you want to give
Sounds
her the
terrifying.
impression that you're this protector who'll keep her safe from the coat hanger wielding doctor, then okay, that's fair enough.
But not like get told off by the ghost.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Another point apparently is emotional honesty in this. So Japanese horror often isn't about jump scares. It's about remorse or shame or loss. So different features. It's different. It's not the kind of like, American horror splatter movie. It's more remorse, shame, loss, and the fear of something not said, not finished, not forgiven.
Oh. Shame.
Shame, apparently, yeah. It's creepy.
Oh.
Shame can be creepy. Tech-enabled immersion.
Sorry, it's just a minute. Shiori, how does your culture feel about moving on? As in, when something awful happens, you want to digest it, and then you want to move on, because there's the rest of life to live. You want to move on. How do you feel about moving on?
We move the curse on someone.
Oh. Mentioning that, the creepy little spider that started here at the right-hand side of this podcast,
it went over
it's
that
gone
way.
all the way over here. It's over this on the way to you right now.
Good,
On the way to you right now.
He's fine. He's my mate.
All right, okay.
We think we've had about 6 of him in the time we've been in this office, because we imagine there's a new one each year.
All right, well, maybe it's just
Maybe it's
one.
the same one though. Maybe he's an old
same
spider.
one.
Yeah, it could be. He's
Same
fine.
one
I
for
think he
all
was
these
named. I think he
years.
was named David.
It's fascinating to see what you're scared of and what you're not scared of. It's very hard to put a finger on it.
As a child, I had a huge phobia of the spiders, but now I don't. Okay. I mean, if it's poisonous, of course, I don't want to interact with
it
it.
makes
of
sense. You come
course.
from Australia, so
But with a lot of these little house spiders in Japan, they're going to eat, the smaller insects that are more annoying than them.
good point.
And I a lot of the time they'll be there and I'll be like, all right, I'll make a deal with you. Stay away from me when I'm sleeping. And then beyond that, you're welcome to hang out.
All right. Well, are you scared of spiders? Yes or no? Pop that in the YouTube comments. Coming back to the tech-enabled horror, because I would like to close up this topic. AR, VR, and YouTube allow people to feel haunted in their own homes. Apparently, some people enjoy that. I don't.
Just go and socialize. What do you? Come on now. There's a whole world out there.
Gotta say, I once played VR Five Nights at Fridays in VR.
Yeah.
I did one round and I was like, I can't keep doing that because it feels too real.
Really?
It feels too real. Like I can't. I will like. It feels like you experiencing that. I just can't.
Five Nights at Freddy's, yeah?
Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a VR version of it. Nope, never.
Yeah, I've never actually played that game. It's quite terrifying.
It is terrifying. It is terrifying. You'd probably punch the robots, but they're very strong.
Would.
Yes.
Is that what happens? They're robots come to life and come
But
at
yeah,
you.
you'd think robots wouldn't be scary. They're very scary. Very
Really?
eerie. Yeah.
Really?
Very eerie.
Flipping robots.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
Rava
sneeze.
era is not just scary. It's creative. It's personal. It's social now. So whether it's a haunted house or a thread on Nichan or an envelope on the street that says "Don't open,"
If you encountered an envelope on the street that says "Don't open," what would you do?
I just walk past.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Sure, what would you do? Would you open the "Don't open" envelope?
Maybe I will take a photo of it,
Mm.
post it on social media, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
And after that, I will open it.
No. What? No. Why?
Why would you do that?
Why?
I mean,
Very un-Japanese of you to actively do the opposite of what you were asked to do.
it's obviously there for you, you know?
No. We're not even going there. But yeah, that's a part of, I think, Japanese horror. Recently, it's not you're not just watching the horror, you're in the horror. You feel like you're part of the horror.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be part of the horror.
Yeah, I mean, me neither.
I want to be part of the fun.
The fun. Mentioning the fun. I think we had a fan comment on our last horror story.
Yeah, some of our listeners said that it will make an amazing Halloween special if you compromise with me and at least tell ghost stories that are not easily found.
So,
Okay.
what, like, we do a Halloween episode and we put down, like, candles on the table and we tell, like,
Candles?
but that's the story, like, 13 candles, you tell 13 stories and you blow out a candle every time. That's one thing that Japanese people do, right?
Yeah, that's the ritual thing that you might be able to see ghosts, or you might not be able to see
No
ghosts.
way we're doing it then.
No! Wait, no, wait, no, what? No, what? Can we just tell the stories?
Yeah, you can tell the stories, and then you have to tell 100 scary stories.
100?
So,
100?
firstly, you need two rooms.
What?
Like
Two rooms?
one room for you, one room for candles.
Why?
Right.
And then in your room, you will tell horror story one by one. And when you finish every story, you go to the other room and blow off the candle and come back.
Why?
And then you have to keep you have to repeat the process 100 times.
100 times.
Yes, that's
a
a
lot of
ritual.
candles.
Ritual
hang on.
Wait a
process.
second. Why 100 candles
hang on,
in a
man.
different room? Why is the candle in the different room in the first place? Why can't it just be on our table?
Because that's the rules. If you break the rules, then you will actually actively invite the ghost into your room.
First things first. It really seems to be like these ghosts have a discrimination in favor of the rich because you need to have a house big enough for 2 rooms.
Not in Japan.
Right, in Tokyo. And you need to be able to disable your fire alarms, don't you? Because you got to load all these 100 flipping candles.
Good point, actually. Good point.
Thank God I'll stay safe from that one. I ain't going to mess with my fire alarms.
So wait a second. If we just told 13 scary stories on Halloween, is that... Can we do that? Is that safe? Is that...
I mean, talking about ghosts itself can actively, invite them into the place. That's why you need to separate the room.
No! That's why you separate the room with the candles. Can we, not... thank God Halloween is a while away.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do that if we're not forced into it for Halloween.
Yeah, Shiroi really wants us to just...
I mean, 4 months will be enough for me to find unpopular horror stories like 100.
Oh God! All right. Let's put a pin into that one for now. I think we'll need some serious convincing for that one.
Yo, hey, I'm going to need some therapy.
Well, if you have any more brilliant ideas like that, let us know in the YouTube comments.
Thank you for your suggestion. Thank you.
Yeah,
We do appreciate
thank you.
it. Thank you. Just wish it were a little bit less awful for us.
And we see you for hopefully a not so scary episode
Yeah, a
of
really fun, colorful, smiling,
very
have
smiley
a nice
episode
time episode of
Cat with Beard.
Enjoy your life and don't be cursing people.